Hello, hello, friends. How are we? By all means, Usari. You could actually ping me on Discord. I'm bad about Twitch DMs. I will friend you right now. I'll friend you so much. Hi, Julie! Samurai Kiss 時間だ。Ugh, I didn't go grab more tea, but I do have water. Oh no, Julie, has that tweet just like gone completely out of control? Oh goodness. It's gonna be so good though. How are all you kids doing tonight? $6K? Holy shit, Julie. Holy shit. Congratulations, you've gone viral. That is insane. That is so insane. Woof, working until 2:30 a.m. Dang. Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing, Lynn. That is to say, right up until the minute of stream, she and I are text role-playing because that is literally what we do with all of our free time. It's how I got good at the things I do. Eventually, you know, after you've been doing it for like 20 years, you mostly get pretty okay at role-playing. It's weird. Text RP background! Yeah, that's my roots. Those old chat rooms like WBS and whatever the hell other ones there were back in the fucking 90s. God. It's so long ago. Ah, that Hades and Persephone piece is gonna be so good. I love it already. IRC. Oh man! I never got into IRC, to be perfectly honest. Oh look, we have a raid! Hi Feral, how are you? Oh man, live journal. Dying. Mucks and mushes. I tried those like once, but I was already too deep into like just plain old text roleplay bullshit to do things that had rules. Lyra! How are you, my friend? I feel like you've been working a ton, or at least, or else trying to have like a normal schedule, I guess? I feel like we haven't seen each other much. I miss you. I'm trying to think how far along we are. I don't think we're gonna... I don't know if we'll finish Sano's story tonight. But possibly tomorrow. Because I feel like we've still got a ways to go. I don't honestly remember. But we're gonna just keep on rolling through that good Sano bullshit until we're done. I have been avoiding all the bad endings and game overs and things. I don't know if you all want to see that content at any point. But what I can do is basically go to those chapters, load them up, and we can see them and then cry and then go away from them later. I think I might save those for like the very end for completion's sake. Yeah, we were... Gosh, I think we might be in chapter 3. Yes, Lyra, we mostly got the good endings. Mostly. Kazuma has no good ending, just disappointing. Yeah, no shit. Good lord. I'm still mad about that! I will never not be mad about that. I want to like him, but he needs to turn into less of a shit person. I can't believe the original game did better at that than this one, where they've actually expanded the content. It makes no sense. I think it seemed like a lot of folks in chat are wanting us to do Hijikata's story next. We've also got Saito and Soji, and then that will take care of all the original 6, and then we can like start dating the new guys, of which there are 4. And then we'll finally be done with the game. Ha! Hijikata dad into Hijikata daddy? Yeah, pretty much. At that point, Kondo becomes the only actual dad because we can't date him. This is like Skyrim, there's no end to the smooches? I mean... Is there ever really an end to the smooches? Sorry, Lynn. Fucking Kazuma. Douchebag. Stupid, pretty, buttery-voiced douchebag. Okay, I'm done. For now. Alright. I think we're ready. Let's do the thing. Do. Let's get this game going. Oh gosh, Julie, you will hate it. I promise. Unless you actually want to see a depiction of a legitimately abusive relationship, I do not recommend it. I have a strong tolerance for problematic content, and that got to the point where I just couldn't actually keep reading shit in character anymore. I was so mad. And nobody wanted to see it anyway, so we just kind of started skipping through the last part of it. It was so horrible. The Kyoto Winds stuff was fine. It was when we got to the Edo Blossoms route that it was not fine. The Kyoto Winds stuff actually had some pretty good content in it. Got our hopes up, I think. This was good because it gave me time to find the walkthroughs again. Grumble at repurposed CGs, how dare. Oh yeah, I remember that strategy series, Farrell. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head because I never played it, but I collected a lot of the art from it. Because I just do that a lot. Okay. Let's see where we left off. Yeah, Spectral Force, that was it. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we were... Chapter 3. In the middle of Chapter 3, I think. Let's see. How are we doing? Look at us, we're at 80%. So much love.
Soon after Harada shared this intimate moment, we learned that Nagakura's friend Haga was forming a group known as the Seikyo Corps, serving as its chief. Both Nagakura and Harada were offered to serve within its rank as commanders. Although barely any time had passed since they said farewell to all of their closest comrades, Harada and Nagakura were working to carve a new life for themselves, forging a path that was more closely aligned with their morals and beliefs.
そろそろ飲み屋が開く頃か。羽賀さんのとこにでも行ってくっかな。
Shinpachi, like, bro, is that all you do is fight and go to bars?
佐野ももちろん一緒に来るんだろ。
いや、今日は気が乗らねえし、やめとくぜ。昔馴染み同士の会話に割り込むのもなんだしな。
Fighting, going to bars. Nagakura's just living his best life.
佐野、最近付き合い悪いよな。もしかして女でもできたのか
Nagakura's question was innocuous, but I couldn't help but cower nervously from off to the side. I reached my hand over my chest where I felt my heart pound relentlessly and I blushed. Harada, on the other hand, snuck a playful glance in my direction before answering Nagakura.
まあな、いるよ、最高の女が。
Oh my god, Sano.
Harada was beaming as he answered with pride.
なんだって、適当に言ったつもりなのに本当だったのかよ。どんな女だ。
さあな。
なんだよ、隠すことねえだろ。やっぱあれが俺に内緒でこっそり色町に通い詰めてたとか。それとも近所の可愛い女の子でも口説いたか。くそー、色男は得だよな。
シンパチ、お前がモテねえのはどうしてか教えてやろうか。
These two, I swear.
近くにいるやつの仕草とか態度とか、そういう細かいもんを見過ごしちまうからだよ。
え？なんだよそれ。どういう意味だ？
やっぱ分かってねえか。まあいいや。とりあえず今日は留守番しててやるから好きなだけ飲んできたらどうだ。
もうそんじゃ行ってくるからな。今日も朝まで飲んでくると思うから先に寝ててくれていいぜ。
Nagakura skipped out of the room merrily, whistling as he anticipated the full evening of shenanigans ahead of him.
Also, hello, Iria. Welcome.
あいつ、やっぱり分かってねえぜ。トンカンもあそこまで行くと見事なもんだな。お前がこんだけ分かりやすい態度をとってるってのに。
Yeah. Harada mentioned it so nonchalantly, but earlier when he called me quite the lady, I couldn't help but blush, and I instinctively looked away in order to deflect attention from myself.
なあ、千鶴。なんで顔真っ赤にしてんだ
？Because it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, after everything you just said.
あんなことって 最高の女ってやつか？俺は思ったままを言っただけだぜ。
I know that, but hearing it said right in front of me is something that I'm unfamiliar with. I can't help being shy. Suddenly, I felt Harada's thick arms wrap themselves around my narrow shoulders.
恥ずかしいだけか？
Well, he wastes no time, right? And yeah, I'm sure Nagakura probably still is like, oh, right, Chizuru, girl, yeah, right.
Harada's face was nestled in my neck. As he drew me in closer, his breath tickled me from my ear down to the length of my spine, and his whisper coaxed me into a soothing trance. My cheeks, like moments before, flared up. Huh.
さっきの言葉を聞いた感想だよ。恥ずかしかった。ただそれだけだったのか？
Seriously, though. From 0 to smooth in like less than a fucking second. Good job, Sano. Busting out with the bedroom voice. At least they straight up call it out.
Harada beguiled me with his cool, seductive voice, and I gasped as the feeling of his mouth meeting my ear made me shiver in his strong arms. My face became more and more red as I found myself captivated by his mere presence.
Oh, right, I forgot to do the thing.
If I were to gaze in a mirror, I was sure that my cheeks were blushing more than they ever had before.
答えてくれねえとずっとこの体勢のままってことになるが、いいのか？
What?
な、正直に言うと俺はそれでも全然構わねえんだが。
Harada smiled impishly as his arms tightened around my fragile body. I leaned against his chest, feeling his heart pound against the small of my back, and suddenly I was wholly taken by this unknown sensation. So too did my heart begin to pound furiously.
Wow, Chizuru is like hella thirsty, y'all. I guess they're staying in tonight. Although I should say, content warning, there's definitely some business they get up to. They fade to black on it, but FYI. Right? She's like, I don't understand what's happening, but this is really hot.
All of this was so foreign to me. Why had I felt so hot all of a sudden? But also natural, as if giving voice to instincts of which I'd been unaware. I began to shrink into myself, and I answered Harada timidly, keeping my gaze fixed to the tatami below. It made me so happy. Happier than you could imagine. Harada chuckled smugly, patting the top of my head lightly with his hand.
ちょっと外に出てみるか。まだ寝るには早いしな。
Okay, buddy. Anyway.
He finally loosened his hold of me. Although the sun had just set, many of the shops had closed early, and only a few stragglers wandered nearby. The streets were conspicuously quiet, making me a little nervous as Harada and I walked together. Edo's citizens were, understandably, concerned with the impending war with the Imperial Army, which led to many choosing to shut in for safety's sake.
もう3月だってのに、今日は妙に冷えやがるな。
You're right. It may have been better for us to wear our coats out tonight. Harada suddenly stuck out his arm to me, grinning suggestively as he offered me his hand.
手貸せよ。繋いでやるから。その方があったかいだろう。
What? No, it's okay.
俺が繋ぎてんだよ。いいから、ほら。
Okay, has everybody got the trope checklist out? We're holding hands because it's cold.
Without waiting for my answer, Harada grabbed a hold of my hand abruptly, clasping it tight.
Content warning, hand holding.
Harada's Western attire was strange enough to attract the stares of any passers-by, but for us to hold each other's hands so boldly in the street was another statement entirely.
Such scandal.
Every now and then, some of the pedestrians we'd pass glanced at us peculiarly. Harada, however, seemed completely unbothered, wearing a smile from ear to ear as we walked. From the corner of my eye, I saw a mother walking with her child in our direction out of a bathhouse. Harada gazed kindly at the small child, whose tiny hand was wrapped precariously.
Precociously? How do you wrap your hand precociously? Anyway.
Was wrapped precociously around his mother's finger as they bounced up and down.
なあ、千鶴。お前、子供は好きか?
Oh, we're having that discussion now, are we? Well then.
Huh? Oh, why, yes. I like children quite a bit.
もし、俺とお前の子供が生まれるとしたら、男と女、どっちがいい?
I saw a mother and child walking by. The mother gave me a thumbs up and a wink after staring at Harada. I mean, right? Yeah, well, you know. He moves fast, apparently. I know, this, like, fucking badass who wields a giant goddamn spear, and he's like, I would love to have a family.
His question completely blindsided me, Harada proving once more that he had mastered the art of making me blush. Although we had finally confided in one another about our true feelings. Hearing him address our relationship so bluntly was an adjustment, one I had been bashfully learning how to navigate.
In a past life, he was a Fire Emblem character. I mean... And he has mastered the art of making Chizuru blush.
I'd want a boy.
そうか? 最初は女の方が育てやすいって聞いたことがあるんだが。まあ、女の場合、手塩にかけて育てても、いずれよその男に取られちまうしな。
Somebody stop this man, he's too powerful.
そう考えたら、男の方がいいかもな。
Right. My reasons for wanting a son were a little different from what Harada had been suggesting. But even so, it warmed my heart that we could openly discuss our future. And, more importantly, that Harada valued my say in the matter.
Yeah, more importantly.
I took solace in how beautiful this moment felt. So, when the war finally ends, where would you like to settle down, Harada? Do you think you'd want to return to the village where you grew up? Iyo?
Oh, it's apparently in Aichi, wherever that is. Dean Angel! Yes! Where's the lunch table we all sit at to swoon over Sano? I know, right? Listen, they do have the Hakuoki SSL like spin-off, which is literally just a high school alternate universe thing. Except Sano is one of the teachers, I believe. I think Sano, Hijikata, Nagakura are teachers. Sannan is the school nurse, which is horrible and frightening. Soji, Saito, oh my god, Heisuke! Oh, I feel like the worst person imaginable. I was blanking on Heisuke. Why? They are all students. Kazuma, I think, was kind of also a student, which feels a little odd, but whatever. Yeah, Sanan, the school nurse. That is terrifying on a level I cannot even begin to... I don't want to comprehend it.
いや、あそこにはいい思い出もたくさんあるが、嫌な思い出も山ほどあるからよ。
Oh right, Ryunosuke's in there as well.
I know, Sano is so distracting right now. It's not fair.
イオに戻るよりは、そうだな。海のそばで水平線を眺めながら暮らしてかな。
The horizon? Harada tilted his head toward the darkening sky, speaking placidly as he gazed upward.
新選組を出ることになった時、思ったんだ。俺は土方さんみてえにでかい荷物を背負い込んで生きてはいけねえ。あんな風には絶対になれねえって。守るものはこの両腕に収まるものだけで十分だ。
This fucking guy. We'll just screen cap that because it's basically Sano in a single fucking screenshot.
思想だなんだって七面倒くせえもののために戦うのも性に合わねえ。世の中もっと単純でいいんじゃねえかと思うんだ。
Gross. He's so gross. Ugh.
絶対に失いたくねえものってそう多くはねえんだからな。
Ugh. Seriously. Sano, please.
Harada.
とはいえ、お前にそんな不便なところは嫌だって言われりゃ考え直さなきゃならねえけどよ。
Harada's answer was totally unexpected. What could I even say in response? That's a good question. I should consult the walkthrough. Apparently, we're going to agree with him. I agree with you. Living somewhere in isolation with Harada, away from the petty conflicts waged between the shogunate and the imperial army, seemed so appealing. It was all I could ask for, really.
そっか。お前が賛成してくれるならそれで決まりだな。
That sounds fucking amazing, honestly. Yeah, where was that option?
将来は海のそばで二人で暮らすんだ。余計なことなんて何も考えずにな。
Harada and I clasped our hands tightly around one another, locking our fingers together.
That was indeed the magic butterfly of +1 love flags.
Okay. I nodded resolutely. Although much of what we were discussing was easier said than done, especially given the social climate. Placing my faith in Harada was the easiest part of it all. Some time ago, Harada sheepishly described to me what he considered to be his ideal life. A life with a family, spent with the woman that he loves, with whom he could raise a family in comfort. By spending the rest of my life with him, I was committing myself to making his dream a reality. As the constellations above us dazzled brilliantly, I whispered a silent promise made to myself.
Well, that was just disgusting. We should save.
As we had long anticipated, the Imperial Army had arrived at Edo, its legions of soldiers occupying the outer perimeter to prepare for a large-scale assault. Unlike Kyoto, Edo had the advantage of falling in the direct jurisdiction of the shogun. Lord Yoshinobu was all but deified by his citizens. Tensions were reaching their limits, and it wasn't long before all-out violence broke out between the Imperial Army and the shogun's army of Bakushin. On April 11th, everything changed. After a scheduled diplomatic negotiation between the Satsuma Choshu and the shogunate was ordered to yield Edo Castle over to the Imperial Army without any resistance. Following directly afterwards, all of the sekisho surrounding Edo were shut down by the Imperials.
Sekisho are toll stations for collecting taxes, inspecting travelers, and providing strategic military locations.
This severely hindered our ability to move in and around the city, giving us no chance but to remain within its borders until the occupation had ended.
Tak, まさかこんなことになっちまうとはな。幕府のお偉さん方が戦わずに城を明け渡しちまうとは思わなかったぜ。悪かったな、こんな目に遭わせちまって。
Oh, you don't have to apologize to me. I'm just worried about whether or not Nagakura and the others were able to escape Edo in time.
うまくいってくれねえと、俺たちがここに残った意味がねえだろ。
Right. In order to aid Nagakura and the other members of the Seikyo Corps to escape, Harada covered them how he knew best, by leading the rear guard.
ひとまず北千住に関所があるはずだ。そこへ行ってみようぜ。
So Senju is one of the first ever enclaves built around an inn that connected Nikko Kaido and the Oshu Kaido.
Good idea. Harada and I snuck carefully throughout Edo, which had been crawling with Imperial soldiers, hurrying through dim, narrow alleyways to reach North Senju. We'd made our way to the Sekisho, only to discover that it was well fortified beyond our expectations.
くそ、えらく警戒が厳重だな。どうやっても抜け出しそうにねえぞ。
What could we do? If the Imperial Army were to discover us here, then we'd be... My mind raced frantically, shuddering at the thought.
こいつは驚いた。まさかまだてめえらが江戸にいたとはな。
Oh, hey, it's Sano's Oni boyfriend.
The voice!
てっきり他の連中と一緒にとっくに北へ向かってるもんだと思ってたんだが、ちょうどよかった。女にてめえに聞きてえことがあったんだ。
Shiranui quickly snatched my wrist, yanking me closely as he murmured eerily in my ear.
行動のじじいはどこにいる？隠すとためにならねえぞ。
I don't know! The last time I saw him was with you, back at Gofu.
おい、その汚え手を離しやがれ。手首から先と永遠におさらばしてえんなら話は別だがな。
Shiranui paid Harada no mind, instead continuing to press the question.
本当に知らねえんだな。
I already told you! I don't know! Shiranui clicked his tongue and let go of my hand, tossing it aside without concern. Without another word, he spun around on his heel and stormed away from us. Wait! Father, what did he do now? Shiranui leapt atop a flight of stairs, gazing down at me coldly over his shoulder.
俺や風間が薩長の奴らの手助けをしてたのは知ってんだろ。ま、もう手伝ってやる義理もなくなったから奴らとは縁を切ったんだが、行動の野郎、その隙をついて長州に自分を売り込みに行きやがった。もちろん新型の羅刹どもを引き連れてな。羅刹は老害や偉人が持ち込んだ病と同じく人から人へ伝染していくもんだ。羅刹の血を飲んだ奴は羅刹になる。連中はそれを繰り返してこの国を羅刹だらけにするつもりなんだろう。
What? No! I had to steel myself to prevent from fainting. My lungs felt like they had been crushed. Soon I began to hyperventilate from panic.
羅刹どもには吸血衝動がある。奴らを生かすためには大量の血が必要だ。江戸で幕軍との戦が始まるだろうと踏んで、わざと町民を巻き込み、ついでに血をいただこうって算段だったんだろうが、幕府にも多少は頭が回るやつがいたらしいな。江戸での戦は起きなかった。そこで困ったのが行動だ。羅刹の部隊を賄えるだけの血を急遽別口で用意しなきゃならなくなった。
ってことは、行動さんは今頃幕軍を追いかけてる最中か。
バカ言ってんじゃねえよ。今から慌てて追ったって血なんて手に入らねえ。そんなのよりおあつらい向きの場所があるだろう。軍が北に向かっちまってガラ空きになってるところがよ。近々そこで大量の血を得られそうな事件が起こるはずだぜ。
At last, Shiranui's puzzling words came together, sending me into a horrified state. Harada's expression, too, shifted immediately to one of grave concern.
おい、どういうことだよ。まさか説を生かすため、わざわざ戦を起こして、死ぬ必要のねえ奴を殺して血を奪うつもりなのか。
Sorry, I clicked too fast and kind of cut Sano off.
そりゃ本末転倒だろう。侍ってのは女子供を守ってなんぼじゃねえか。
死なねえ兵を作り上げるためには必要な犠牲だって考えてるさ。この戦に勝ってもそれで終わりじゃねえ。イギリス、フランス、ロシア、新政府がこれから戦っていかなきゃならねえ敵は5万といるんだからな。
Harada's mouth was agape, incredulous in response to the terrifying possibility that Shiranui was describing.
それがてめえら長州の考えかよ。てめえらは新しい国を作りてんじゃなかったのか。そのために今までずっと戦ってきたんじゃねえのかよ。血を得るために何の罪もねえ女子供を殺して化け物だらけの軍隊を作って、そんなのがてめえらが今まで命がけで作ろうとしてきた新しい国だっていうのか。
そんなはずねえだろ。
Shiranui barked so intensely in response that Harada winced.
勘違いすんなよ。俺ははっきり言っててめえら人間が作る歴史になんて興味はねえ。ただあいつが、俺が気に入ってた男が作りたかったのはそんな国じゃねえってことはわかる。てめえに言われなくてもな。
Harada's eyes fluttered as he seemed taken aback by Shiranui's biting remark.
お前らまだ死にたくねえんだろ。ならさっさと江戸を出ろ。
They're just flirting. This is how they talk to each other, you know. Besides, this isn't even an argument for them. Their weapons aren't actually out.
てえのは山々だが、関所は全部新政府軍に抑えられちまってるからな。
この俺様が脱出の手助けをしてやるってのはどうだ？
Hey, I mean, with these two? Like, do we have to, like, we can't share? I'm just saying. Oh, if they had their weapons out, it'd be flirting. Okay, you know what? You're right, Ulsari. My bad. The name of the game is Edo Blossoms. We can't just leave.
Harada and I gazed at one another inquisitively in response to Shiranui's suggestion.
I mean, some games do have a three-person sitch ending. Sadly, this is not one of them. But if there was, I propose this one.
鬼のお前が俺たち人間のためにどうしてそこまでする？お前、俺たちを嫌ってるんじゃなかったのかよ。
Harada had a right to be skeptical. Although Shiranui had saved our skins on another occasion, namely back in Kofu. There were far more occasions in which he'd opposed us as an adversary, alongside Kazuma, in order to abduct me. But
何言ってやる。俺はな。
Shiranui suddenly cut himself short. He grimaced through gnashed teeth, and I could have sworn it seemed like he was fighting back the urge to cry.
身はたとえ 武蔵の延べに口ぬどもとどめおかまじ大和魂。
I had never seen Shiranui, or any demon for that matter, so vulnerable, and he spoke very delicately with a sense of purpose.
なんだそいつは。誰かの自生の句か。
俺が気に入ってた男のお師匠さんが罪人として首切られる間際に残した句だってよ。その師匠とは面識なんてねえが、あいつがしょっちゅう繰り返すんで覚えちまった。死んで体がなくなっちまった後でも大和魂とやらはいつまでも残るんだとよ。だけどよ、魂って一体なんだ？死んじまった後に何かが残るなんてのは弱っちい人間が抱く都合のいい幻想じゃねえか。そんなもんを信じてる。信じなきゃ生きていけねえような生き物なんか好きになれるはずねえだろ。
Shiranui's voice quivered tearily.
I know, like, what is even going on right now? The trigger happy Oni is like having this existential discussion with us now. And about to cry, apparently.
For a brief moment, he went silent as he gazed towards the bright cluster of stars shining above us.
おしゃべりはここまでだ。俺の手を借りるか、それともてめえらで何とかするか、さっさと決めやがれ。
どうする、千鶴。
I should consult the walkthrough because I don't want to make the wrong decision. And apparently we're just gonna let Harada make all the decisions. So, yeah. I'll leave it up to your discretion, Harada. I didn't feel fit to offer anything to this decision. I trusted Harada to make the right choice, which in this moment seemed to be asking for Shiranui's aid.
Okay, but she has an opinion, but whatever, Chizuru, whatever. Honey, we gotta talk about your confidence.
ありがとよ、そう言ってくれて。少なくともこいつは嘘は言ってねえと思うし、俺たちにとっても悪い話じゃねえ。ここは素直に好意に甘えておこうぜ。
Okay, understood.
よし、そんじゃ始めるとするか。
Also, just a brief thing, like, I'm not sure why Chizuru is still dressing like a man. They're not with the Shinsengumi anymore. Anyway, that just sort of occurred to me.
俺が関所の番をしてる奴らの注意を引きつける。その隙に通り抜けろ。
わかった。恩に着るぜ、白塗り。
よく覚えとけ。機会は一瞬しかねえからな。
Shiranui slipped his pistol from out of his holster and lowered his legs to ready himself. Then he pointed the gun's barrel toward the sky, firing 2 shots in quick succession.
And that's a dumb idea!
The crack of gunfire startled the nearby group of Imperial soldiers who came out sprinting in fear.
なんだ今の音は。貴様は確か高杉さんの護衛をしていた。
Ah, and backstory. A historical figure we do not see in this game because he's apparently dead by the time it all goes down. But Shinsaku Takasugi was also quite important. A Choshu warrior who belonged to the Imperial Nationalist Party. He was a cunning strategist and founder of the Kiheitai that helped organize the two Choshu expeditions. There is, however, another Hakuoki game that is slightly lesser known where he was one of the dateable options. It had a different heroine though, and I don't think it did particularly well. We never got it over here anyway. But it was from the other side of things.
ご名答。高杉のいねえ長州にはまだ我慢できなくもなかったが、薩摩と手を組んだ上、あのジジイに乗せられてまがいもの頼みの新政府を作るだ。やってられねえぜ。悪いが、俺はこの辺で抜けさせてもらうからよ。
知らぬ一貴様。
小心者の桂によろしく言っといてくれよ。
待て。勝手な真似をさせるわけにはいかん。
The Imperial soldiers readied their weapons, charging as one group toward Shiranui.
なんだ？人間ごときが力ずくで俺様を止めようってのか？面白え。できるもんならやってみやがれ!
Shiranui's voice bellowed frighteningly, and before he engaged the soldiers, he winked at Harada and me.
行くぞ、千鶴。
Yes, use a sword against a gunslinger. There is no way that could go wrong.
Harada grabbed a hold of my hand tightly. We sprinted as fast as we possibly could towards the Sekisho gate, staying low to avoid detection.
お前たち、どこへ行くつもりだ?
One of the nearby Imperial soldiers raised his katana out towards us threateningly.
おいおい、何をよそ見してやがるんだ? てめえの相手はこの俺だろうが!
Shiranui made short work of the soldier, his bullets ripping him into bloody shreds in front of me.
おい、千鶴! 同じ鬼同士のよしみで助けてやる! 感謝しろよ!
Thanks, Shiranui. I guess that makes us bros now.
そして原田, てめえには一つ貸しだ! 言っとくが、高くつくからな!
ああ、わかってるさ!
Thank you for everything, Shiranui! Harada and I bowed toward Shiranui and rushed out the gate, which was now totally unguarded.
ここまで来れば、さすがにあいつらも追いついては来ねえよな。
It's okay. I'm sure they all just think he's like super fucking crazy because who believes in Oni anyway, right?
Yes! We had sprinted from the Sekisho in such a frenzy that my heart felt ready to burst in my chest. Harada and I were bent over, our hands clutching our knees as we inhaled deep, long gulps of air.
しかし、知らぬやつ、さっき妙なことを言ってやがったな。行動さんが新型の羅刹を使って、長州の奴らに取り入ろうとしてるとかなんとか。
Yeah, I remember. Was there anything either of us could do? Well, on one hand, it was nice to finally have a lead as to where we could find my father. A daunting path had been laid out before us. Nagakura was eagerly awaiting our rendezvous, and time was ticking before Aizu became little more than a war zone. If Mai and Harada's journey were to take us elsewhere, someplace far away from the heart of the battle, then there was a chance that Harada and Nagakura would never see each other again. I couldn't bear to let it happen without consulting him. Harada. just as I was about to voice my concern. Harada wrapped his arm around my shoulders and drew me into a tight embrace. It was so sudden that it was difficult for me to make out Harada's face in the thick darkness. Or maybe not. He pressed my face against his chest purposefully, holding me tighter than he ever had before.
宇都宮に着いたら新八に事情を話して二人で江戸に戻ろう。で、行動さんを説得するんだ。
But what about Nagakura?
いいから。そうしねえとお前一人で戻るとでも言い出しかねねえだろ。新八のやつなら大丈夫だ。きっと分かってくれるさ。
I nodded, but in my heart I couldn't answer him. Something in the way he spoke befuddled me. It was almost as if he'd been working to convince himself more than he was trying to convince me. Is everything going to work out, Harada? He and Nagakura were thicker than blood, and their friendship stretched since their days in Shie Hall. I could see the lines of worry forming on his face.
Well, we're into chapter 4, which means we're almost done. Maybe we will finish this tonight. We should save. How are we doing, friends? Do we need a quick break? Or just keep on powering through and see how far we get? There might be... I think there might be 5, but basically we stop having to make choices after chapter 4. There's probably like an epilogue. Breaks? What are those? Alright, we'll keep going for now.
Harada and I traveled in great haste to Utsunomiya, reuniting safely with Nagakura upon our arrival.
Oh, Sano, Chizuru-chan. 二人とも無事だったんだな。
Oh my god, he calls us Chizuru-chan! I am shook. That's adorable. Fucking Nagakura. You're the best. No brakes on the Sano train. Oh god. Ah, so cute!
見ての通りだよ。この俺がそう簡単に死ぬはずがねえだろうが。
Nagakura is dateable now in these remakes. He's one of the new ones they added. Which makes me very happy, because I was always kind of sad he wasn't an option.
Ma, そりゃそうか。なんせ腹を切っても死ななかったぐらいだもんな。新政府軍の奴らも江戸を落としたことで天狗になってやがるだろうが、その鼻っ柱を叩き割ってやろうぜ。奴らの驚く顔が目に浮かぶね。もう俺たちは鳥羽伏見の時とは違うんだからな。
Nagakura beamed with confidence, which perhaps had been the influence of his new techniques. The Seikyo Corp had been broadening his horizons.
とりあえず長旅で疲れてるだろ。 宿を用意してあるから休んどけよ。
いや、疲れてはいねえから気は使わねえでくれ。それより、お前に話してえことがあるんだが。
ああ、話？そんなの後でいいじゃねえか。彼女も長旅で疲れてるだろうし。さあ、千鶴ちゃん、行こうぜ。一番綺麗な部屋を用意してあるからな。
Oh my god, stop it, Nagakura, you dork.
Okay. Thank you. After offering him my thanks, Nagakura became giddy with excitement. He'd been practically pushing us through the front door.
I think he figured it out. Nothing but the best for his bro and his woman, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Later that evening, Nagakura came bursting into our room, and in his hand was a decanter full of a clear liquid.
ほらほらほら、見ろよ佐野。奮発して高い酒買ってきてやったぜ。
Nagakura, you're freaking me out, dude.
かあ、あれってどこまで優しいんだろうな。こんな素晴らしい酒を独り占めせずお前に飲ましてやるなんて。
あのな、新八。酒を飲む前に話が。
バカ野郎、何言ってやがんだよ。まずは口の滑りをよくしねえと始まらねえだろ。
Nagakura was bouncing off the walls, more excited than I had ever seen him before. I interpreted it as his way of celebrating the fact that Harada and I had made safe passage en route to Utsunomiya. Watching Nagakura buzz with glee made it hard for Harada to turn him down a second time.
そうだな。そんじゃ、一杯だけ。
I know, what is going on? Shinpachi? Bro? Friend? Buddy? Pal? What's happening?
With a little more sake in his belly, Nagakura began opening up, and the pace of his voice quickened from when he started a sentence to when it finally ended.
そういえばさ、まだ市営館にいた頃、みんなで吉原に遊びに行った時のこと覚えてるか？
お？いつのことだそりゃ。
ほら、近藤さんが初めてくっついてきた時のことだよ。やっぱりさ、ああいう店に行くと姉ちゃん方はみんな土方さんとかお前のところに行っちまうだろ。男は見た目が10割だからな。そんな中、近藤さんも内心モテてって思ってたんだろうな。何を思ったか、自分の口にげんこつ入れる宴会芸始めやがってよ。
ああ、思い出した。大受けだったな、ありゃ。いろんな意味で。
そうそう、姉ちゃんたちゲラゲラ笑っててさ、モテてるっていうより笑われてんだ。だけど近藤さん、姉ちゃんたちにキャーキャー言われたのが嬉しかったみたいで、顔あからめてやがったんだよな。
いや、笑われてることには気づいてたと思うぜ。ああいう店で姉ちゃん方に指さされて笑われても軽く受け流せる人なんだ。あの人にはそういうとこがあった。
だな。あと、あれも覚えてるか？土方さんが俳句をこっそり書き留めてた口調を掃除のやつが見つけてきて。
I'm like real concerned that this is gonna immediately do a 180 and become really fucking sad.
それがまたすっげえ下手くそで、みんなで大笑いしてたとこにちょうど土方さんが戻ってきてさ。
あったあった。あの人のあんな顔見たのは後にも先にもあれっきりだな。
Yes, Hijikata is literally historically known for having been pretty bad at haiku, but he sure did try to write them a lot.
Harada and Nagakura eagerly traded stories of their youth, reminiscing in the past as they whittled away the liquor from the decanter one shot at a time. Most of the stories came from their earlier days at Shie Hall. It was Kondo this, or Hijikata that, or Okita this. Each story was recounted so vividly, revealing tidbits of information about people whom I'd grown to admire deeply. It almost felt like I was there. Somehow, not only had they told each tale convincingly, but without a hint of negativity, too. They clinked their glasses every 5 minutes, toasting to the memories of what used to be, which seemed totally at odds to where they left off with Kondo. Soon, Nagakura's speech became slurred, and he blinked one eye at a time as he looked back at Harada.
で、今日は何があったんだ？お前がそういう飲み方するときって大抵何かあったときだろ。
As an outsider, their interaction was what I'd expect when two friends reconnect after a long period of absence, basking in each other's company, but Harada knew Nagakura well enough to spot the difference. Nagakura fell silent. He toyed clumsily with his cup in between his fingers, watching what remained of his sake slosh inside the cup for a moment until...
ゆうべさ、近藤さんの夢見たんだ。あの岩みてえな顔で腕組みしながらずっと黙っててさ。夢の中で俺、あの人に言いてえことをいつもの調子で言いまくってたんだよ。近藤さん、俺の言葉が聞こえてんだか聞こえてねえんだかわかんねえ感じで何も言わずに座ってたんだが、最後にさ、いきなり頭を下げてすまなかったって一言だけ言って、そのままどこかに行っちまったんだ。目覚めた時、俺もしかしたらもう近藤さんに会えねえんじゃねえかって思っちまってさ。おかしいよな。てめえの都合で飛び出したのに、どうして今さらあんな夢を見るんだよ。
Nagakura looked just as ready to burst into tears as he was into laughter, and without another word he gulped down the remaining sake from his cup. I watched their entire conversation unfold from off to the side, silent and sober. The more inebriated Nagakura became, the more I realized why he had greeted us so fervidly. For Nagakura, Harada was all that tethered him to the memories of their past. Everyone else had either split off in a different direction, or was no longer with us.
なあ、佐野。なんだかんだで、比叡山の頃から一緒にいるのって、お前だけになっちまったろ？
だな、腐れ縁もいいとこだ。
そりゃお互い様だってよ。
Hey, Ethan! Yeah, Chizuru is literally just like lurking, sitting here off to the side watching these two drink and talk.
だけどさ、せっかくここまで来たんだし、こうなったら、とことん。
Nagakura's face was completely flushed with color, and he fell to the floor mid-sentence, snoring as he entered a deep, drunken stupor.
相変わらず無茶な酔い方だぜ。ガキじゃねえんだから、もう少し綺麗に飲めねえもんかな。
Harada rolled his eyes from secondhand embarrassment as Nagakura's snoring filled the room. Even as Harada poked fun at Nagakura's boorish behavior, There was a very genuine feeling of love between them, one that could never be broken. Today, Nagakura did all of the talking, and Harada did all of the listening. The rhythm of their conversation suggested that they could just as easily have switched roles. A close rapport developed over years of sharing drinks and stories.
千鶴、面倒かけて悪いが、こいつを部屋に運んで布団敷くのを手伝ってくれるか。廊下にでも転がしておきてえとこだが、明日目覚ました時にギャーギャー言われるのも鬱陶しいからな。
Oh, sure. Together, we hoisted the unconscious Nagakura on our shoulders to his room and tucked him in.
やれやれ、話すきっかけを見失っちまったな。あの野郎、話の腰を片っ端から折りやがって。悪いな。明日こそはあいつとちゃんと話をするからよ。
Please, there's nothing to apologize for. While it was true that there were still pressing matters to which we needed to attend, that sadly Nagakura had become too drunk to discuss. To some extent, I knew that Harada hadn't wanted to sink the mood of their conversation either. I, just as much as Harada, wanted to savor what time we may have had left with Nagakura. Or at least, this was the impression I gathered from the melancholic expression on Harada's face.
新八のやつめ。せっかくの高い酒だってのに、あんなこと言いやがるから、全然酔えなかったぜ。
Talked through the whole thing. Harada paused for a moment, curling his lips in hesitation before he expanded upon his point. He gazed up at the ceiling, inhaling a deep breath as he shut his eyes. He ran his thin, coarse fingers through his hair. Finally, he opened his eyes, speaking as though he were confessing something to me.
実はさ、俺もゆうべ近藤さんの夢を見たんだ。新八と違って話はできなかったが、何か言いたそうにずっと黙っててな。二人で似たような夢を見るなんてえらい偶然だよな。虫の知らせってやつか。しかも夢の内容を考えると嫌な予感しかしねえ。
It was tough for me to offer any input, and instead I lowered my gaze towards the floor. Nagakura had his own reasons for leaving, but Harada's only reason for abandoning his life with the Shinsengumi, including everyone he had cared about, was me. If Harada were still with the Shinsengumi, then perhaps none of the existential problems that he currently faced would have been a problem for him. If I were an ordinary girl, then Harada would have had no reason to uproot his entire life, leaving behind his beloved group of friends and his position just to protect me.
No, don't worry, Chizuru. We have played the other routes, and he's still going to leave because he would go with Shinpachi. So, it's fine.
No, I had put Harada in the position of abandoning his best friend, all because of my selfish needs. How crushing was it for him to bid farewell to arguably the most important person in his life? Doubly so for Nagakura, who had no idea that his best friend would soon embark on a life-or-death mission.
Oh, apparently I had a reminder or something on my computer. Weird.
お前そろそろ休んだ方がいいぜ。女の足でここまで来たんだ。疲れてるだろう。
I'm fine.
明日には江戸にとんぼ帰りの予定なんだ。休んでおかねえと持たねえぞ。
Harada's resolve was stronger than I anticipated. Come hell or high water, he was determined to lead the two of us back into Edo. Okay, you're right. I'll get some sleep. Harada nodded curtly towards me, and I quietly slinked toward the direction of my bedroom. Carefully navigating the dimly lit hallway, I passed by Nagakura's room. He had had quite a bit to drink, and I wondered to myself whether or not the alcohol had left his system. Out of concern, I silently poked my head into his room when... Ah! My head bumped into Nagakura, who, to my surprise, had one of his feet out of the door.
おっと悪い千鶴ちゃん
Oh, no! Please don't apologize. It was rude of me to enter unannounced.
つうか俺どうして自分の部屋にいたんだもしかして酔いつぶれちまったのか
Dude, you shake that off so fast.
Yes. You seem to be having so much fun drinking and reminiscing with Harada. I assumed you were just excited to see each other.
Them pics, though. I mean, if you're gonna bump into something.
かあ情けねえなたったあれっぽっちの酒で潰れちまうなんて
Don't be. If anything, all it shows is how much fun you and Harada had together.
まあそれももちろんあるんだけどよまたあいつと戦えるって思ったら体がうずうずしてきちまってさ
Antsy?
佐野はとにかく強いからよ
Okay, Shinpachi, your man crush is showing.
背中を預けた時あいつほど安心できるやつってのもそうそういねえからな新選組を抜けた今あいつと一緒にどんな戦い方ができるのか楽しみで仕方ねえんだ
Nagakura's eyes beamed with enthusiasm. Ever since he was a boy, Nagakura fostered ambitions to become a renowned warrior, leaving his domain to dedicate his life to tireless training. For Nagakura to admit without hesitation how much he relied upon Harada was telling. A stunning realization hit me. There was no way I could bear to take Harada away from his best friend on the battlefield. It was a feeling that arose from the very bottom of my soul.
頭痛くなってきたからちょっと水飲んでくるぜ
Look, if we can't have the three-person ending with Sano and Shiranui and Chizuru, can we have one with Sano and Nagakura and Chizuru? Because I'd be okay with that too.
あんまり夜更かしすんなよ千鶴ちゃん
Also, my fucking heart just dies every time he calls us Chizuru-chan. Hi, Grim! Aw, go get some sleep. But the VODs will be there for you.
Nagakura poked me with his elbow in a joking manner, then stumbled his way into the hallway towards the kitchen. Thank you, Nagakura. Thank you for helping me realize.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. We're just gonna like leave on our own? What the fuck? Chorizo, why do you do dumb things?
I know, Grim. We miss you.
Get some sleep, my friend.
Because of you, I realize what needs to be done. After Nagakura fumbled awkwardly into the darkness, I turned around to head back to Harada's room. Harada, I need to speak with you. May I enter?
I think her thinking is she's gonna let them go be battle bros, and she's going to go run off on her own to deal with her father, which sounds like the dumbest idea. But, you know, Chizuru's logic in this is not logical at all. Because we need to make sure Sano seems cool and uplifting.
なんだ入れよ。たく、さっさと寝ろって言っといたはずだろう。
Look, we just arrived in his room and the fucking butterfly went off for the choice we made earlier. But still, all we gotta do now is show up.
あんまり夜更かしすると江戸に向かう途中でぶっ倒れちまうぞ。
There was something peculiar about Harada's demeanor, though it would have slipped unnoticed to an outsider. Perhaps it was because he and I were beginning to develop an intuitive sense of communication, but I could tell the stress was beginning to get to him. Harada, I am going to leave for Edo tomorrow. Alone. A stiff silence was hung between us. Without saying a word, Harada stared intently into my eyes. I'd expected him to react differently, even angrily, but he kept a cool head in spite of my impetuous approach. I think that your place is better suited serving alongside Kondo on the battlefield. So, that means that I will head for Edo alone. Our separation is only temporary.
それは相談じゃねえな。
That's right. I'm telling you. Right now. I straightened my back, letting no shred of doubt hinder the confident delivery of my position. Harada seemed to recognize this, as he offered no immediate objection.
I know, right? Like, okay, way to assert yourself, girl, but it maybe not on the dumbest possible idea.
Thanks for the host, Lady Kadashi. I'll be more than fine on my own. It's not as dangerous as what you'll have to go through. For now, this is goodbye. But it isn't forever. Stay strong. I'll see you again soon.
Hi, lady! Stupid Chorizo is like, welp, I'm gonna go to Edo alone and deal with my evil father. You should stay on the battlefield with Sano and Kondo and company and be bros. Okay, bye!
本気でそう思うのか。勝ち目の薄い合図。何が起こるかわからねえ江戸。それでもまた会えるなんて生ぬるいことを本気で信じてるってのか。
My heart skipped in my chest. I knew that. I knew this path wasn't going to be simple. Death was a familiar friend, one that lurked one step behind us at every opportunity. It was likely that this would be our last goodbye.
Oh yeah, the sweetness CGs. Basically you missed Sano going like full-on bedroom voice. It was something. And he was making Chizuru hella thirsty.
Just like that, every fantasy of the future we'd conjured together suddenly dissolved into nothing. A dull ache settled into the pit of my stomach. I don't want to live with any regrets. If if I kept my mouth shut, then you would have just accompanied me to Edo, Harada. But doing so would end up sacrificing your time with someone who needs you more than I do. Nagakura was Harada's most trusted ally on the battlefield. Before I arrived, they were by all accounts inseparable, dedicating every moment of their lives in the pursuit of becoming the strongest warriors they could be. What chance did either of them have of keeping their hearts from shattering if the other were to die? What chance did any of us have? Could I watch the man I loved mourn the loss of his closest confidant? Especially if it were because of my selfishness?
Oh, Chizuru, sweetie.
I'm so pathetic. It's impossible to shake the feeling that I'm nothing more than a burden on you. All I want is for you to live your life without any regrets, Harada. Because I love you. I laid it all out there, knowing that we had reached a point where I had no other choice but to speak candidly about my insecurities. Hello, Helheim Hound! Harada sighed, blowing air into the bangs on his forehead. It was unclear to me whether his sigh was out of frustration or, worse, complete and utter resignation. I felt defeated either way. Harada paused for a moment, searching diligently for the right words as he stroked his chin.
You okay over there, Julie? Also, for real, fucking finally. God damn.
いつかお前に言ったことがあったな。
Yes, Sano, you're right. We have. I'm sorry we're stupid.
嫁さんをもらって静かに暮らすのが俺の夢だって。
I silently nodded. My heart panged hearing him list off the things I felt were out of my reach.
正直に言うとな、今までも叶える機会がなかったわけじゃねえんだ。好意を寄せてくれる女は何人かいたし。嫁さんの面倒を見るくらいの給金は新選組にいた時にもらってたからな。それでも俺はそうしなかった。なぜかわかるか？
Once more I shook my head slowly.
どうしても踏ん切りがつかなかったんだ。だってそうだろ。今日の命さえ知れねえ立場にいながら穏やかな暮らしを望むなんて矛盾してる。戦いの中で燃え尽きてえって願いと静かに暮らしてえって願いをまとめて叶えられるはずがねえんだ。
Hanada's eyes thinned, parsing every facet of his fragile dream right in front of me. This certainly seemed to strike a nerve with him. He had, on multiple occasions it seemed, entertained the notion of pursuing this idle life, only to sweep it from under his own feet to avoid disappointment. He was edging closer to repeating the cycle with me.
叶えられるのはどっちかしかねえ。新八と一緒に戦い続けるか、それとも。
He didn't need to finish that sentence.
それともお前と生きるか。
My heart sank 30 leagues inside of my chest. I was under the naive belief that I had given enough thought and consideration to my decision.
Oh, the Foggy Johnny thing was good. We caught the monstery thing. It was quite fun. Everybody was extremely extra. Ethan was also literally 3 fucking raccoons in a trench coat, and it was beautiful.
But Harada's heartfelt explanation for how he arrived at his own conclusion on the matter crushed me. My mind swirled with guilt.
お前は俺を選んだ。
Yes.
俺と共に生きたいとそう言ったな。
Yes. My attempts to stop myself from loving Harada were as futile as asking the ocean not to crash upon the shore. A sense of yearning overflowed from my heart. However, I knew that giving in to these feelings would make our impending separation more painful. I want nothing more than to run away. Holding back my tears was proving to be a challenge. Just looking at him felt like a personal torment. If he was going to lay down the decisive blow, then all I could ask was for him to be quick about it. I had never felt more disposable than in this moment.
Where is she getting all this? Like, what? Chorizo! We're only gonna call her Chorizo when she's fucking dumb, which is basically most of this scene.
Just as my head was getting the better of me.
本当は分かってんだよ。俺だって。わざわざ選ぶまでもなく、てめえの行く道なんてな。
It's like, seriously, Chizuru, sweetie, honey, darling. He has made it abundantly clear he wants to be with you, so stop being a dumbass. Be nice to this guy. Yeah, Sano's route would... The flaw in Sano's route is Chizuru. Immensely so. Otherwise it'd be pretty good. Oh hey, I think we're about to hit the content warning scene.
Harada suddenly grabbed a hold of my wrists, pulling me into his body. I was lifted off my feet, landing safely in Harada's gentle, muscular arms, and our eyes locked together.
Yeah, look at that incredibly sexy, fully clothed CG. Yep. Yeah, you got it, lady. That's literally... Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Matthias. His face was only inches from mine. There was an enchanting glimmer in his eyes, but it glowed differently than any other time our lips or bodies had previously been pressed together.
You definitely came in at the best time. Welcome. Hello, Danny. Welcome.
Harada had to contend with his own internal mutterings, plagued by the uncertainty that accompanies any huge change in life. But that it came on my behalf worried me.
Yep. Sorry, didn't tag the porn. My apologies, friends. Look at how sexy that is. Wow. Excuse me while I read some more of this delightfully sweet word vomit.
It was as if looking into his eyes was like peering into the mirror of his soul, left on display only for me.
これと決めた女ってのがこうまで俺をかき乱すもんかと初めて知った。
It's a lot of arm skin. I know, I'm probably gonna get banned from Twitch, I'm sure. This is so bad.
選んでんだよ、とっくに。俺が選ぶのは千鶴、お前だ。
原田。
選ぶものの価値がでけえほど捨てるものもでかくなる。これから先俺にはきっと何十回でもお前と何かを天秤にかける時が来る。
Chizuru, I choose you! I know, this fucking stupid sexy Sano. Not even fair, man.
それでも選ぶのはお前だけだ。捕まるっていうのはそういうことなんだよ。
For the first time, I felt the inexhaustible flame of Harada's love consume me entirely, finding myself hopelessly smitten by his portrait of perfection. We found ourselves inexplicably drawn to one another. Even if loving him meant risking our lives, throwing any sense of caution to the wind, I did so anyway.
I mean, there is kind of a game like that. Touken Ranbu is pretty much that. It's just they're not only samurai, but they're personified swords that belonged to samurai. It's quite a thing. They even made an anime of it.
I adored every one of his qualities, and I accepted every one of his flaws. There was no turning back.
Chizuru, what? Honey, darling, sweet girl.
No matter how sinful it may have been. You... My voice cracked before I could string together a sentence. Will always choose me? Me? For a split second, darkness flashed before my eyes. The implications of Harada's choice began to sink in. I imagined Harada twirling his spear above his head, grinning with Nagakura as the two of them fought together heroically in the Aizu battlegrounds.
腹をくくる。だから
Harada peered into the depths of my soul.
千鶴、お前も選べ。離すな、この俺を。
Oh, Danny. Yeah, that's gonna be hard to dismiss from our brains, but hey.
Tonight, our future together unfurled like a blossom. Harada gingerly undid the bun holding up my hair, and all of the fine strands floated down to my shoulders.
Oh no, he undid her hair. This is too sexy. I'm gonna have to turn off the stream.
He stroked the small of my back gently, running his thin fingertips along the string tied around my waist, before plucking it
loose with the flick of his finger, and I can't read words anymore! Whoa, okay. Get banned for too hot! It's so hard to read these without laughing, god damn it. Oh yeah, Chizuru. She gonna get some. Read it in a sexy Chizuru voice. How? What? I don't know what that is.
With every touch of his supple lips against my skin, my entire body shivered, feeling the tickle of his kiss against my cheeks, my neck, and behind my ear. One solitary tear streamed down my cheek.
That's not how tears work, but okay.
I would be lying if I said that I wasn't afraid. Harada was patient, giving me time to answer as he grazed my cheeks gently with his delicate hands.
P.S. All the Token Rambu guys are pretty delightful to look at.
There was no time for shyness, and soon I no longer felt any hint of nervousness in his presence.
Whoa! Now she's getting hella thirsty.
I wanted his mouth to travel over every surface of my tender flesh, his fingers closely in tow.
Damn, girl! Apparently she's in the mood now.
I wanted to give him everything, and more importantly, I wanted him to take it from me.
もう逃がしちゃやれねえぞ。本当にいいか。
Where is Stay Hydrated? Fuck!
My hand trembled beside my face as if searching for something to hold. Without missing a beat, Harada clasped my hand, steadying its incessant shaking.
Aw, thanks, Lyra.
He interlocked his fingers with mine, gripping them like he was holding on for dear life. His hand was mine to hold, forever. Every callus, every scar, every accent on his hand's rough exterior was mine, and I loved them. Harada.
Oh, hey. There we go. They're doing the thing. Oh, chat, you kill me.
The rhythm of our breaths became something of a staccato, intensifying as we gave more and more of ourselves to one another in ecstasy.
Hey, sexy times. Jeez.
He nibbled on my lips, pressing me tighter against him. As our lips parted, Harada gazed at me coolly, muttering softly into my ear.
Sanosuke.
Hey, we're on a first name basis, you guys! It's official.
Sanosuke. I uttered his name for the first time.
Jeez. Okay, in fairness though, that's intensely Japanese, so you know. You don't go on a first name basis with people all that readily.
He pinned me down tightly underneath his thick arms, and it felt as though we were being engulfed with heat, trickling through every inch of my body. I was a demon, and he a human. But these labels mattered little in the passionate throes of our intimate embrace.
You can get to first base, but you can't get to first names until fourth. No shit.
All I needed was to believe in him. As long as we were together, life would be worth living. I wanted us to make our dream a reality. I wanted to carve a life for ourselves together. I submitted myself completely to his will.
Oh my, Hound. Goodness.
On our first night together spent in the same bed, I made this promise to myself.
Yay, they're official. But also, right. Blah, blah, corny. Anyway, I'm fine. It's really sweet. They're sweet. They're precious. Sweet babes.
The following morning,
おう佐野起きてるか
Well, I mean, he was.
今日の昼には羽賀さんと今後の作戦について話し合うつもりだからな色町なんぞに出かけるんじゃねえぞ
Nagakura joked with Sanosuke, completely unaware that we had spent the night together. My chest tightened nervously as I waited for Sanosuke to initiate talk between them.
Look, we're calling him Sanosuke now.
あのな、新八。話してえことがあるんだ。
なんだよ話って
Nagakura perked up out of curiosity, and Sanosuke was hesitant to answer at first, digging his teeth into his bottom lip. Sanosuke paused and took a deep breath. It was hard for him to look Nagakura in the eye.
俺はもうお前とは一緒に行けねえ。これからこいつと共に江戸へ戻る。
Nagakura was stunned, standing with his jaw agape as Sanosuke's words registered,
And they typoed Sano's fucking name. How dare? Anyway.
Nagakura then scratched his head, letting out a dry laugh.
Lady.
なんだよそれ俺たちが新選組を飛び出した時の真似か
Oh no. Sorry, Nagakura.
近藤さん相手に似たようなことを言ったっけ
God damn it, don't make us feel bad for leaving our best bro. This music is too much.
When Nagakura realized that Sanosuke was being serious, however, the mood in the room shifted immensely, and Nagakura's expression dropped.
なあ佐野どうしたって言うんだよ俺たち今までずっと一緒にやってきたじゃねえか新型の武器も手に入って薩長とまともに戦えるようになった矢先になんでいきなりそんなこと言い出すんだよ
Nagakura began to raise his voice out of concern. Although Nagakura often expressed his discontent rashly in the past, this time was far more reserved. Sanosuke, however, hadn't responded. There was no attempt to sugarcoat things, nor did he insist on any excuses.
いつまで黙ってやがるつもりだ。理由を言おう、理由を。男と男の約束を違えるからにはそれ相応の理由があるんだろうな。なんとか言えよこら。
By now, Nagakura was shouting at the top of his lungs in disbelief, charging Sanosuke and grabbing him by the lapel as if he'd been betrayed. Nagakura, you can't! I blurted out, watching helplessly from the side.
千鶴、余計な口出しするんじゃねえ。
Sanosuke snapped at me. Nagakura picked up on our body language, clicking his tongue smugly in response.
ああ、そうかよ。何も言いたくねえが。表に出やがれ。どういうつもりでやがるのか、てめえのやりに聞いてやら。
Yeah, hydrated bot, you're a little late. But thanks for the effort anyway.
Nagakura grabbed Sanosuke's spear and tossed it at him nonchalantly.
なんだよ、槍使わせてくれんのか。お前に合わせて刀でもいいんだぜ、こっちは。
刀同士じゃ俺が勝っちまうのは目に見えてるじゃねえか。これくらいの差はつけねえとな。
Nagakura unsheathed his sword and got into an attacking stance, taking long, drawn-out breaths. It was so silent that one could hear a pin drop when...
それじゃ行くぞー
Nagakura kicked at the ground, brutishly charging toward Sanosuke with his sword pointed at the ready. There was no way of confusing Nagakura's aggressive movements with playful sparring. The tip of his blade was aimed for Sanosuke's neck, right beside his carotid artery.
This is weird, but hey.
It was unmistakable. If Sanosuke were to perform an incorrect move, causing Nagakura's blade to land on his artery, it would mean certain death. In other words, Nagakura struck with the intent to kill, leaving Sanosuke with no choice but to retaliate to the best of his ability.
読めてんだよ、お前の動きは。
Sano parried his spear upwards, deflecting Nagakura's strike, their blades clanking noisily upon impact.
Oh, sorry, Sano. Or Shinpachi. Whichever. Whoever that was that I cut off. My bad.
The two of them winced as they pushed back against each other, neither one willing to budge. Nagakura leapt backwards, keeping himself distant from the reach of Sanosuke's spear. Harada seized this brief opportunity, and why did he call him Harada? Gah! Sanosuke seized this brief opportunity and darted forward to poke at Nagakura furiously. Nagakura kept ducking and weaving to avoid the spear's tip, which at one point had just barely missed being stabbed into his throat. Nagakura nearly bent his spine backwards, getting out of the way of Sanosuke's spear.
And yeah, I mean, she was raised by a doctor, but that's a really technical term. Anyway.
An electrifying aura permeated the air around them, each warrior emanating remarkable levels of energy.
Would you say they're over 9,000?
They exchanged blows so rapidly that neither could afford to relent, demonstrating poise as they came back stronger with every strike. Watching their blades constantly teetering on the edge of a killing blow made my breathing tense. A sudden realization slapped me across the face. Neither Sanosuke nor Nagakura were strangers to the other's fighting style, nor were they fazed by the constant pressure of their cutthroat battle. As an outsider, their duel was more akin to a choreographed dance, fluid and effortless. All of it seemed too obvious to me now. It was a display of mutual admiration. Two incredible warriors dueling at the peak of their abilities.
Yeah, they're just playing.
Both of them had huge grins across their faces. No amount of fatigue could deter them from giving each other their all, but Nagakura faltered just a bit. Sanosuke unleashed a punishing flurry of attacks against which not even Okita could defend.
ったく腹が立つぐらい的確に急所ばっか狙ってきやがるな。
Showing love. Also, the mention of Okita here, it's worth remembering that Okita was basically considered the best of the captains. He was widely renowned as their definitely most lethal swordsman.
てめえ、どんだけ人を切ってきたんだよ。
Sweat glistened across Nagakura's forehead, below which his eyes were burning intently. Even so, Nagakura flashed a wide smile.
Swords, quote unquote.